Today, for the first time in 5 years, thousands of state employees went back to the office. Governor DeWine's return to office executive order went into effect today.
The governor is looking to improve production on the job, of course, and maximize the use of state property. We're on your side tonight with live team coverage of this story. Investigator Lisa Rantala is digging into complaints filed by a number of workers.
First, let's start with Mike McCarthy with a breakdown of all the numbers. Mike?
So, Jessica and Rodney, let's start with the big picture tonight with those numbers. Based on stats I got from the state, the governor's executive order brought about 15,400 employees back to full-time office work. That's the big number you see right there behind me. About 25% of those workers had a hybrid setup. That number should be here. We're just going to roll with this. They started returning to offices a couple of weeks ago back in 2021. They started returning to office a couple of days a week, I should say, back in 2021. There's that number for hybrid workers. Then there's the 10% of workers who were fully remote. That is about 10% of state employees, or right around 4,400 workers. They mostly work for call centers. Workers downtown today told me they noticed these changes that were underway. On-street parking proved more challenging downtown Monday as state workers pulled in full-time to offices.
When I got up here, all the meters were already filled, which I was surprised.
Kevin Carter says he's worked for the state for decades and has no problem giving up his time at home. What is the atmosphere like in the office today with everyone being back full-time now?
Well, surprisingly, it's quiet.
The lunchtime crowd at Tasty Dog wasn't loud or larger, but owner Mark Boughton called it a decent day.
I really don't know what to expect. I don't know what kind of numbers we're looking at. I don't know, who's already been back, who's this is their first day back. I just don't know what to expect from there, so we're taking it day by day.
Alan Kidder's commute now means a daily 45-minute drive.
I don't see it as an inconvenience, actually. So, I think no matter where you work, in most cases, you're going to commute to and from work.
And from the looks of things, going to need more time to find a parking spot, at least downtown. The governor's executive order does have some limited exemptions, and it does not apply to offices of elected officials. That means everyone you see right here, the Attorney General, the Secretary of State, the Treasurer, and the Auditor. But I have shared how they are dealing with this, who works from where setup in this story at WSYX We were curious how many workers showed up today. So we asked. The Department of Administrative Services, though, told me it did not track that attendance data. But I was told there were no issues. But many state employees say their contracts may be violated. Lisa Rantala is investigating what's being decided as late as today, Lisa.
That's right, Mike. The Ohio Civil Service Employees Association represents about 30,000 state and local employees. Currently, they're involved in 2 grievances filed due to the governor's return to the office executive order. OCSEA is trying to work out policies that they call fair with this new order. They say their contract highlights telework, remote, and hybrid work, and the executive order has significantly changed conditions of that agreement. The union has filed a class action grievance, which could end up in mediation or arbitration. Now, the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services is facing an agency-specific grievance. 1,750 employees work for ODJFS, but 1,700 either worked hybrid or fully remote. ODJFS sold office space these last few years, which they were not using, and terminated leases. They say the money they saved went toward programming. On your side, I'm investigator Lisa Rantala.